Hey everyone. Um, I wanted to make this video to tell you a little bit about your rough draft that's coming up. I'm going to talk a little bit quiet because both my son and my husband are asleep right now. Um, my life has been really crazy lately, so I'm just going to share that with you. I did share with you that my dad recently had a heart transplant a couple weeks ago, which is really awesome news. But he's still in the hospital, and my husband actually got in a really bad bicycle accident over the weekend, um, and he broke a piece of his neck. Thank God it's able to be healed, but he'll be off work for a few weeks, and that just happened. So since I'm going to be doing a lot of caretaking, I wanted to do this now before I know I run out of time. Um, and the weekend comes and I don't get it out. So the last video I had available was for this week. This will be for next week that starts on the 16th. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the research paper. And I haven't used Zoom for a while, so this video is going to be a little bit experimental. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you. Forgive my desktop. There's tons and tons of crap on it. I don't know what your computer looks like, but mine is a mess. Uh, but let me see if I can share this document so you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and click share right now and see if I can move this over so you can see my Hot Mess Express desktop. There's a really cute picture of my son in there somewhere, but it's buried in files. So anyway, this message that I'm sharing with you right now, the document is already on Blackboard as like some details of what you're supposed to do. There's also a rubric, which I don't have downloaded in my document. And the rubric is how you'll be graded. But this is a rough draft. So, you know, you should try to aim for, and it says this in the directions. It says your final research paper should be 4 to 5 pages, not including the cover page and the works cited. So don't count those in your page count. And your rough draft should be at least 2 to 3 full pages. Um, considering that it's a rough draft, the more you can give me, the more feedback I can give you. Um, but, that's totally up to you. So if you want to give me more than 2 to 3 pages, I'll take it. Also, it says 4 to 5 pages as your, minimum for doing the research paper. A lot of people write more than that because they come up with a lot of things that they want to say and they can't fit it all in 4 to 5 pages. And that's okay too. So if you end up being, 7, 8 pages, that's fine. Um, what you want to try to include, and that's why we were doing the article summaries as we go, is a couple of your article summary uh, resources or references. So that's why we do those. Those are meant for you to have references as you're, working on this research paper. So by all means, take the information. I believe in working smarter, not harder. Take the information and the reference material from your article summaries and use that in your research paper. If you had some really good paragraphs that you wrote for some of your other assignments that are related to what your research paper topic is about, then use those. And try to incorporate them any way that you can. And that's why, like, as you're moving on, I'm trying to keep your assignments related to one topic so that way, you're not having to accumulate more things as you move along. So for the purposes of this research paper, you want to include 2 to 3 resources, um, and make sure that you have a works cited for them. And this is why it's so important for your MLA citations in your article summaries to be correct, because if you don't have author information, or if you don't have the correct title or whatnot, you're not going to cite it correctly within the body of your paper. So let's say you have an article with an author, or you have a book with an author, whatever you're using, and you have the author, you're going to use the author's last name followed by whatever page number it came from in parentheses after what you're using. And that's whether you're paraphrasing or whether you're quoting. If it doesn't have an author, you do not have to some people will copy and paste the entire works cited entry. Don't do that. You want to take a piece of the title. If it's a long title, if it's a short title, you can use the whole thing. Like if it's 2 to 3 words, you can use the whole thing. But you don't want to use the whole thing if it's like, a 5, 6 word title. And you're also going to include the page number if you have one. Now, I know sometimes if we use like internet articles, you don't necessarily have page numbers. You could think about it like this, like if you are a person who prints things and you printed it out or you downloaded it and it had 10 pages, you could just go 1 through 10 if you want to put a page number, but you don't always have to do that. If it's an article that has pages like, let's say 45 to 50, then obviously you're going to use the page numbers that exist. But it's very important that you practice using your in-text citations and you practice making your works cited, so that way your final research paper is on point. Let's see, I'm going to check out what else is in this. There is a PowerPoint that you can look at, and I think I noted to start on slide 10, because that's where the information that's important for you is. It's about creating the works cited. There's some information in there about paraphrasing versus quoting and how to do some of that. And then you also can always reference the the RCBC library research guide or the Little Seagull Handbook if you have it. There's a sample MLA paper that shows you exactly how to put your research paper together. And many of you have been really good already at putting, your MLA heading, your page numbers, your title, all the kinds of things that you need for an MLA formatted paper. But there is a sample paper in there just in case you need it for reference. And I downloaded the PowerPoint as a PDF in case some of you can't open PowerPoint. So let me know if you can't get that material in PDF either, and I can try to find another way to get it to you, different for you to save it in a different format or something. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that use all the pieces that you have so far. So we talked about a little bit about the article summaries and some of the information you collected from that, but also any of the brainstorming activities, if they're related to your actual research topic, which I know in the beginning, some of them aren't for some people because you're still thinking about it. But if they were related, include them. The choosing your topic assignment, the including your voice assignment, the meta commentary assignment that you're working on for this week. All those kinds of things can be built into your research paper. I mentioned to have 1 to 2 paragraphs to introduce your topic. So at the very beginning of your paper, you're going to jump right in and say specifically what you're talking about, what your position is, and then give some background information on your issue. And you can give both sides at that point. You can give the oppositional information and the information that supports your personal stance on the issue. But just any kind of background to, think about it as if whoever's reading your research paper knows nothing about what you're writing about, okay? One other good thing that I like to mention is get somebody else to proofread your paper. So sometimes we wait till the last minute, we don't have time, and I get that. But if you're able, have someone else read it. And in the past, I've created wikis where I've partnered classmates up and I put like 5 people in a wiki because there's usually like 28 people in a class. And you're all supposed to post your paper or piece of your paper and comment on each other's papers. But I have to say, most of the time, there's a lot of people that don't participate. So I've omitted that assignment from this course just because I've really haven't had a lot of success with people participating. But if for some reason, you want to be partnered up with somebody or somebody from the class that might want to partner up with you, I can make you your own wiki and it just won't be graded. And you can kind of do that on your own if you want to. I think that might be everything I wanted to say about the research paper. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and I'm going to look back at my own due dates here. So it is due March 22nd. So this is, coming to you a little bit early, but I wanted, those of you that have hectic schedules like me, you might want to work ahead and kind of get started. And I just wanted to get this out there. So good luck. I hope that everything is going well in your world, and I will try to keep up with things as much as I possibly can. Again, the best way to reach me is to please text me. It's just so much easier for me to respond to your text message than to have to get into my email. I do have email on my phone, and I do check that, but sometimes I forget to go back and look at it because I've just got a lot going on. So definitely text me. Use my phone number, 412-996-1891. And I hope you're enjoying the daylight hours so late and you're getting some sunshine and some rest. And if you need anything, please let me know. All right. Thank you.